Hey everybody. Sorry. So, I was on YouTube, in case you can't hear it in the background, looking at videos, and I came across a video called Removed. I'm not sure if you've seen it. Um, if you have, then you know it is about a little girl who is living in a domestic violence household with her baby brother, and eventually CPS takes them away. And it just shows a glimpse of her bouncing from foster home to foster home in this short clip. I just wanted to tell you guys that is reality for, I would have to say, 95% of the youth in the foster care system. If they're not being bounced through foster homes, they are being bounced through group homes. And that 5% that doesn't happen to are the younger children who are actually able to be adopted, who go to a short-term home until an adoptive family is found. And for the younger children, it is usually quite easy. Whereas the older children, especially teens, it does get very difficult. Who wants a teenager? You know, we're pain in the asses. Stubborn, hard-headed. But I will say, you know, to the foster parents out there who don't know how to handle the children who come through their doors and their emotional and mental issues that they have, think about this. You are probably not their first placement. And as a foster child, former foster child, who was bounced group home to group home my entire time in foster care, I can say that even now, after I am 18 and I live on my own and I have my own apartment, and I've had my apartment since I was 17, every day I feel like this could be snatched away from me. I feel like this is not stable because, in all reality, that is what I'm used to. My sister told me something the other day that really touched me. She told me that I don't know how to live my life the way life should be lived. That I have constantly had to be a survivor from one instance to the next to the next. Nothing has ever been permanent or stable for me my entire life. And I have been living in my own apartment since I was 17 and a half, and I'm actually looking to move and start a new lease somewhere else. But every day, you still live in this fear that everything can be snatched away from you, because for so long in foster care, that's how it was. You never knew if you were going to come home from school and your stuff was going to be packed and be told that there is a social worker on their way. That has happened to me. I came home from middle school one day and my bags were packed and waiting by the door, and one of the workers said, "Your social worker is going to be here in 10 minutes and you're leaving." No warning. No, nothing. I just came home from school. I was expecting to get picked up by a transporter to go see my son. It was a scheduled visitation day, and instead, I got moved out to Shelton. Mind you, my son was in Seattle, and I moved to Shelton. I'm not really sure how far that is, but it's not close. I think it's a few hours. And I wasn't going to be able to see my son because of how far away that was. I mean, do people really expect, like, these kids to just come into their homes and it be hunky-dory? Like, we genuinely care about you. Do you know how many times we've been told that someone cares about us? Do you know how many doors we've gone through and open arms have hugged us? And in the end, it ends up the same, and we get moved, and it was pointless because we build these relationships with these people. And for me, it was people in group homes, which tend to have, multiple workers who work different shifts. So I have built these relationships with some of these adults which to me is just natural because I've always been really mature and always gotten along with older people and always just been on my stuff the way I needed to be as a grown person, as a mother. And, you confide in these people, and then one day they just decide that they want to pursue a different career and they quit. Like, don't get in this line of work if this is not what you want to be committed to, because it is very hard for a lot of young people in foster care to connect with people and actually feel safe and comfortable and like they can actually trust people. And when you're constantly being moved, you just feel like there's no stability, there's no safety, nothing is concrete, everything is going to crumble. What's the point in making friends when you're just going to have to move homes in 2 days, 2 months, 6 weeks, 2 years? You don't know. So how can they expect kids to come in to foster homes and be perfect little angels when they were just ripped from their parents, sent to strangers' home, ripped from the strangers because they acted out and sent somewhere else, acted out again, got sent somewhere else? They don't understand. A lot of these kids can't comprehend. A lot of these kids don't know how to live without domestic violence. They don't know how to live without that shaky instability of their home life. A lot of kids don't. If that is their normal from day one, that is what they need to feel safe, and they don't know life any other way. They might know that living that way is wrong, but that is the only life that they know. So you people need to learn that they are not problemed. They are not the problem a lot of the time. But if you don't give them the time and you can't show them the love and the patience and the understanding and working with them, then you should not be a foster parent. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to tell you right now, you should not be a foster parent. If the second this child acts out and breaks something or tells you that they hate you, you're calling the social worker and saying, I can't do this, come take this child, I don't know what to do, oh my gosh, she's just horrible, he's just, oh my god. No, that is not what it's about. When you get foster children who have come out of situations like a lot of them have, that there are going to be issues. And if you were not prepared for those issues, then you should not have become a foster parent. What is wrong with you? No. That is not okay. Not okay at all. Sorry, I just had to say something because it just frustrates the hell out of me. Bye.